Right, if you are in the market for some new irons and you have been looking at the TaylorMade P770s or the P790s and the Mizuno Pro 225s, then just hold fire for 1 second. Do not go and press purchase on Clubhouse Golf just yet, because there is a third horse entering the race, and that is the new Cobra Forge Tech irons. Right, so over here on the 10th hole at our home course, Crondon Park, and I have got a 4-iron in hand, okay? This is a perfect hole. You could hit driver, but it's quite narrow to the left, out of bounds to the right, so 4-iron down the middle is going to leave me a nice 6-iron, 7-iron approach into the green. I have not hit a golf shot yet at all, so we're going to take a few holes to warm up, get a little bit of a feeling and understanding of what these clubs are doing, and then we're going to put them through its paces, go through the tech spec, get some Trackman numbers. This is first shot of the day, so just excuse me, all right? This could go absolutely anywhere. And I'll tell you what, I'll take that 12 times out of 10. 1 out of 1 fairways found. It was a little bit low on the face, granted, but it's done well. Let's just play a few holes, warm up, get to know these irons a little bit better. Right, 173 up the hill, playing 180. As I said, I hit that really skinny. Really skinny, and it's done very well. I'm going to probably say, we'll get onto the lofts of these in a minute, but I'm going to probably say that's an 8-iron. Even though it is the second swing in the morning, uphill playing 180, I reckon it's an 8-iron. Tell you what, mate, that goes a little. Might be a little bit short, but I told you, hold fire on the purchase of P770s or the Mizuno Pro 225s, because, ouch, we might be onto something here. I'm going to play a couple more holes, just run some shots of me hitting them, then we're going to go over to the 14th, the par 3, talk through these in a little bit more detail. Right, so that is a good 3 or 4 hole warm up with the Cobra Forge Tech irons. So let me just go through what these are doing for you, who they are aimed at. So Cobra are saying the King Forge Tech irons are designed to inspire a better ball striking experience, featuring a 5-step forged body and face. So these are forged body and face irons that deliver true feel and better players looks with all of the forgiveness you need. You can experience unrivaled ball striking through a sleeker and redefined shape, featuring a thinner top line and reduced offset that inspires precision and playability. Each iron is crafted from 1025 carbon steel and precision forged 5 times to deliver soft player preferred feel. A hollow body design is filled with a lightweight foam that enhances feel and feedback. Dynamic distance is unleashed using a hollow body, thin up power shell face and 20 grams of tungsten weight for added stability. Now, what have I just felt through those holes there? So definitely forgiving. Definitely you can feel that they're a hollow body face, slightly stronger lofted, and you'll see that on the Trackman numbers on the next hole, but feel, looks at address are all really nice. The first shot I hit on the 10th, first shot of the day, the most dreaded shot in golf, I caught it right out the bottom groove with that 4-iron, and it still managed to launch at a relative trajectory and found the middle of the fairway. What I like about these, and why I sort of reference the P770s and the Mizuno Pro 225s, is they are still a very tour-inspired player's look. They can fit into the bag of a scratch handicap all the way up to a 28 handicap. You are getting forgiveness off of these. You're getting a really nice feel with them being forged, but you're also getting forgiveness. Now, with all of that being said, I do have one concern about potentially the better player using these irons, or any player using these irons. How hot do they come off of the face? This is the reason why this type of iron has never gone into my bag before. So I'll come over to the 14th hole at Crondon. I'm gonna hit some shots off of the yellow tees, the white tees, and the black tees. So that should give us a shot range of about 140 yards, all the way up to about 180 yards. I'm gonna hit 6 or 7 shots, and I'm gonna try and hit softer 6 irons off the 180 yard one rather than a full 7, softer 8 irons, and just see if I can control the flight and control the spin of these into the green. We're going to chuck a drone up as well, give you some overheads to see where they finish, and then we'll go on to the next thing, get some Trackman numbers, give you the final thoughts on these clubs. So let's set some balls up, set the drone up, and see if I can hit some softer, more controlled shots with these power shell faces, or are they just going to absolutely fly off the face too fast, you know? Let's find out. Right, so competition tees first, black tees, 174 yard shot, and for me, that is an 8-iron soft 7 at a push all day. But I just want to test what these are like when you just try and take a bit off of it, because I've got a sneaky feeling that they're still going to come off with not a lot of spin, and I'm not going to be able to hold that green. So little soft 6-iron, a couple of them, see if I can manipulate the ball flight and get one near that flag. Water. Sorry, Clubhouse, their Clubhouse Golf logo, that balls. Took a bit too much off of that. Let's try again, a little bit harder. Line was good. It's better. Will it hold though? No. See, that is my concern with these. I'm going to hit some with a 7-iron from there, hit some with an 8-iron from the front, or 9-iron from the front, sorry. And then let me just talk you through what I mean. That's just coming out very, very low, not a lot of spin, not a lot of grab. So 162, playing 156. Just never an 8-iron for me. But if it's in windy conditions, and I'm trying to sort of flight it down a little bit, it potentially would be an 8-iron. Let's see if as we go a little bit higher in the bag, we can actually manipulate that flight a little bit more. 156, little chippy 8. That looks pretty good. We'd take that result, that one is pretty good. So what I'm finding with these is the further you go down the bag, 9, 8, 7, the top line starts to get a little bit thicker and thicker and thicker, and the camber on the back starts to get a little bit less and less. I actually prefer the shape of the lower irons because you haven't got as much of a thick line. If you could swap that, you've got less of a thick line, but if you could swap that round and have less of a top line on the lower ones, because I feel like when I look down on a 9, 8 and 7 iron, I don't need as much help. I want to be able to try and sort of play around with it a bit more than what I do with the 4, 5 and 6. But that was a good result. Let's do one more. It's a little bit left. They're hitting the green and grabbing pretty well, to be fair. You can punch these down. They're coming out a little bit lower than what my T100s would, but obviously they're less loft, again, which we'll talk about when we get the Trackman numbers. Definitely comes out more sort of piercing forward flight. It's going to have less spin than, say, a T100, a Mizuno 223, something like that. But that's because of the power shell face. It's built for distance forgiveness. They're not necessarily as built for sort of more tricky soft shots, but that performed well. Let's just hit the 9 iron off of the front tees and see how much zip we get on that. I think in my T100 set, the 4, 5 and 6 has got a little bit more top line at the top compared to what the 7, 8 and 9 is. There might be a reason for that with these irons, why they have the sort of higher lofted clubs with a bit of a thicker line. 146, 9 iron, and let's jump on the Trackman and get some base numbers with these clubs. Oh, I see a little bit of zhoosh on that. That had a little bit of zhoosh. See that little bit of zhoosh, cameraman? You did, yeah. Nice little bit of zhoosh on that. That actually felt really, really nice. One thing about these is they feel soft. You can tell they're a forged iron, which is nice in a more player helping, forgiving head. Usually they're a bit clunky. You're not getting that feel off of the face, but these do actually feel and sound really, really nice. So see if we can put one inside that. That was a lovely goal shot, that one. And we're back to just tugging it. Further down the bag, just be a little bit more careful when you're hitting 4, 5 and 6 irons and you're taking ultimately spin off of it. If you're hitting the shot softer, you're taking spin off of it. It is going to come out lower. If you haven't used a hollow head design before, it's going to come out with less spin. But happy with those shots in the 7 iron and 9 iron. Definitely felt like I could knock it down a little bit, take a little bit of spin off of it, and wasn't going to be punished with the ball just bouncing and running. Let's go over to the 15th, set the Trackman up and just get some base numbers on these and then give our closing thoughts on the Cobra Forge Tech irons. Come on, cameraman. So, Trackman numbers. I'm going to hit 8 iron, 6 iron, 4 iron. I just want to see the dispersion, the spin and the carry distance. So these irons are about 2 degrees stronger lofted than your traditional set. Okay, so pitching wedge comes in around about 44 degrees. Just they're slightly stronger lofted than your traditional set. Hopefully, I just hit 3 good shots in a row and get 3 good data captures, put them on screen, and then we can look at the numbers, but probably won't. Got the Trackman set up there, got the iPad in hand, sun coming on to me. 8 iron first. All right, I'm not gonna hit that better. So 180 on the fly, carrying at 192, spin rate a little bit low. So this is what I was saying to you before, spin rate, as you can see on there, has come out at 6,854. That is to be expected. It's lower lofted. I would still like to see it around about low 7,000s, but not bad. That is a good representation of the 8 iron. Let's move on to the 6 iron. See what we're getting out of the old Cobras. That felt so nice off the face. That's one thing that I can't iterate enough in this video, is how nice that felt off the face. There we go. We have got there 188 carry, rolling out at 205, spinning at 4,642. So carry distance is relatively, what's the word I'm looking for, cameraman? Similar or consistent to what I would see in my T100s, but the spin rate is significantly less, which I kind of expected, with them being a bit stronger lofted, with them having the foam in the face. They're built for distance. 4 iron next. Again, 4 iron for me, anywhere 205-ish carry, spinning at about 4.5 usually, so similar to what that 6 iron was spinning. Almost as good. Give us a good reading. It's bye-bye to that Pro V, I know that much. There we go. So 216 yards on the fly, rolling out to just under 240 yards, spin rate under 4,000, so 3,966. Better spin rate on that one. It was a bit of a higher launch. Caught it probably a little bit toey, which might have added a little bit of spin. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What do I think of the new Cobra Forge Tech irons? Well, feel off the face is absolutely outstanding. Looks and address behind the ball, very, very clean. Bigger top line on the 9, 8 and 7 that you have got in the 6, 5 and 4. I find that a little bit annoying. Might not find it annoying. You might not find it annoying, sorry. Minimal to no offset on these, which I like because it feels like you can shape the ball a little bit more. You can play some more player shots with it. So if you're a bit of a player and you're feeling like you want to hit some shots and you're worried that you won't be able to do it with these, you will. Overall, very, very, very nice clubs. Consider these when you're considering the P770s and the Mizuno 225s, which I said at the start of the video. Go down to your local pro shop, test them. If you want to buy them, head over to your one-stop shop, Clubhouse Golf. They'll do you a good deal as always. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, you'll be notified every time we upload a new golfing video. Cobra Forge Tech irons, are they any good? Yes. See you in the next one.